I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, all standing in a row. No, seriously now? Let's open some coconut. Hi, welcome to Getting Into Raw Cooking with Zane. Today we're going to learn quite a lot about coconuts. We're going to learn how to open the mature coconut, we're going to learn how to open the baby coconut, we're going to learn how to make our own coconut milk so that you can use it in your Thai style recipes. Are you ready? Alright, there are two ways that you can open a young coconut. Now the reason why you would want a young coconut is it's full of delicious and nutritious coconut water and some soft gelatinous flesh that you can use to thicken up some recipes. So the first way, in case you're a little bit nervous about using a big knife such as this cleaver, is this. You take the knife, this one doesn't have to be too sharp, and you cut away some of the white. If you have a look at the top of the coconut, you'll see that there's a few little cracks or lines. The cracks seem to be quite hard and tough, but the little spaces in between the cracks, that's where you want to hit with the corner of the knife. So we use the corner of the knife into that spot there. Here we go, we're going to smack the coconut and open it. So we do that, and then we simply use the corner of the knife to open a little hole in the top. Alright, the second way to open the coconut is if you're a little bit more courageous, then, and this is my favourite way of opening the coconut, is to just use it 4 big whacks, hopefully, and you get straight in there. You do use the sharp edge of your cleaver. Okay, here goes. There you go. Alright, okay, so now we're going to get into the mature coconuts. It's a little bit of a more difficult process than a young coconut. When you look at the end of the mature coconut, there's 3 little eyes that you'll see. And when you feel them, one of the eyes will feel softer than the others. So we can use that little eye that's softer to actually help us get in and release the water so we don't make a mess. You can use the end of a knife, but I don't want to ruin one of my good knives. So I've just got a great tip that it's a really good idea to use a corkscrew to do that. So you find that softer eye and then use the corkscrew to screw in to that softer eye and make a bit of a hole. Excellent. Once we've done that, there we go. We can use the hole to pour the water out. Yeah. So then we just pour out the water from inside of the mature coconut and pop that aside. Just a quick note while we're waiting for that to happen, when you choose your coconut inside the store, you want to actually have a good shake and make sure that you can hear the water inside the coconut. If there's no water, move on to the next coconut. And the other thing that you want to do is check those 3 little eyes in the bottom of the coconut. If there's any black or mold, again, move on to the next coconut because that means that there's bacteria inside the coconut and we don't want that. Okay, you can drink the water from a mature coconut, but I really don't like the flavour. So you could have put a straw in there and drank it yourself, or you could just tip it out. You can discard it or use it for something. Again, it's not my preference, so I won't be using that today. All right, let's do this. Oh, there you go. There you go. We had 2 hits and we're inside our mature coconut. Don't be afraid to give it a good whack. Now we want to get the flesh out of the coconut. So just use your knife to scoop out the bits of coconut. Oops. Once you've got the flesh out of the mature coconut, if you want to use it to make coconut milk or to add to your salads or other recipes, you want to take the last of the brown skin off the back. So you can simply use a peeler and slide it over the edge until you remove that layer of brown skin. Simple as that. Now you can use the white flesh to grate into your salads, to eat. Tastes good. Or to use to make coconut milk. Excellent. Well, with your young coconuts, you can just use the coconut water inside. You can drink it or you can include it in your smoothies or add it to other recipes. With the mature coconut, once you've peeled the back, you can use it to make coconut milk. But if you don't want to go through the hassle of opening up your own mature coconut, you can also make the coconut milk using desiccated coconut that you can buy from the supermarket. I'd highly encourage you to buy desiccated coconut that doesn't have the preservative 2,2-O in it. It's much better for your health. That 2,2-O has been linked to causing asthma, so you want to leave that one out. Now what I've done already, just to get ahead, is put 3 cups of desiccated or shredded coconut straight into my Optimum 9900 blender. It's ready to rock and roll. All I need to do to finish off this recipe is add 4 cups of filtered or bottled water to the blender as well. We have in the blender 3 cups of desiccated or shredded coconut from the supermarket and 4 cups of water. Remember, you could have used that mature coconut flesh, but this is a much easier way than opening your own coconut, even though it's a fun mission. We put the lid on and make sure that it's locked into place, and then you simply turn on the blender. Go from low to high. Once it's well blended, all you need to do is turn it off. Check it out, you can see it looks nice and creamy, but there'll be plenty of pulp inside. This part's the easy part. We pour the mixture from the blender straight into one of these. This is called a nut milk bag. There is a difference between a sprout bag and a nut milk bag. The nut milk bag is a nice fine weave, which means that the pulp stays on the inside and the liquid comes out. So we pop it in a bowl. I usually hook it over the lip of this particular bowl and hold it with my hand. And then I use the jug and pour it straight down the side of the bowl, just being careful that you don't let the edges fall in. Once you've got all the liquid inside the nut milk bag, most of it will start to come through on its own, but just in case, squeeze gently. Now all you want to do is turn and squeeze, turn and squeeze, turn and squeeze. It's actually quite fun if you've been cranky. And all that beautiful coconut milk will come through. Okay, so you'll see that all the liquid starts to come throughout, and this is a great job if you've got kids or a hubby or a partner that you want to engage in the kitchen. You don't have to do very much, but it's a little job that you can share with somebody else. After a while there won't be anything coming out, and you'll be left with the pulp inside of the bag and the milk inside of the bowl. Now this pulp you can use to make coconut macaroons, or you can actually pop it in a dehydrator. You'll see that it's quite fine in a dehydrator and turn it into coconut flour to use for your other baking and recipes. We're going to put it aside today and we're not going to use it in the recipes that we're making, but there are plenty of things you can do with it, so don't waste it. Pop it in the freezer if you're not going to use it right away. Well, we have a big bowl of freshly made coconut milk, which you can use for lots of different recipes. Any of your Indian, your Thai, you can even pour it into a glass and have a beautiful drink. To clean your nut milk bag, all you needed to do was turn it inside out, run it under the tap until it's nice and clean like this, and then I usually hang mine over the drainer until it's nice and dry. So we're going to go and make something different. You'll have to tune in next time to see what we do with this coconut milk. Ciao for now. Right, then we dress it. Our julienne ingredients.